Every single day, millions of synthetic images and videos flood the internet. It is an infinite, frictionless wave of automated content drowning human creators. To build the engines generating this flood, technology corporations scraped billions of copyrighted artworks, illustrations, and private portfolios from the open web. They took this data without permission or compensation. By ingesting the life's work of professional creators, these companies forced human artists to train their own automated replacements at a marginal cost of zero. According to Goldman Sachs, generative AI exposes 300 million jobs globally to automation. Between 2025 and 2030, the most severe impact lands directly on visual arts and writing. Entry-level roles, junior concept artists and copywriters, face near immediate extinction as corporations substitute human freelancers with automated subscriptions. When the market ruthlessly prioritizes infinite free utility over authentic human expression, society is forced to answer a difficult question. What exactly do we value in the act of creation? The technology industry defends this automation using the calculator analogy. They argue that just as calculators automated arithmetic without destroying mathematics, artificial intelligence simply automates the menial execution of art, leaving the pure human idea intact. Philosophers of mind severely scrutinize that comparison. A calculator performs a rigid objective function to arrive at a single verifiable truth. Art is a subjective, relational endeavor. Automating the process of art automates the decision-making that actually makes it art. Computer scientist and author Ted Chiang pushes this further. He argues that large language models are not conscious, reasoning entities. He describes them as blurry JPEGs of the web, statistical engines that merely compress and reassemble mathematical probabilities. Critical theorist Jaron Lanier agrees. He warns that attributing actual thought or creativity to these models is a myth. We are simply anthropomorphizing massive predictive text algorithms. An artificial intelligence does not possess intentionality. It does not actually desire to communicate sadness, joy, or political dissent. Its sole operational function is to minimize a mathematical loss function based on its training data. As AI pioneer Fei-Fei Li points out, human intelligence and creativity are rooted in compassion and emotion. These are deeply human elements that are impossible to reduce to an algorithmic equation. Automating the artistic process does not liberate creativity. It actively erases the countless micro-decisions, intentional struggles, and lived experiences that give human expression its soul. This philosophical divide triggers a powerful psychological reaction in audiences, driven by a cognitive bias known as the effort heuristic. This heuristic determines how we intuitively judge the quality and meaning of an object. This graph demonstrates the effort heuristic. Audiences assign premium value to objects containing undeniable human time and struggle. Generative AI strips that vital friction, creating complex art in seconds, bypassing the grueling marathon. Removing this visible struggle strips the artifact of human value, rendering it a disposable commodity. There is an additional hidden danger here, known as cognitive offloading. As junior creatives increasingly rely on artificial intelligence to resolve basic problems of composition and logic, they fail to develop deep neural pathways, causing their divergent thinking skills to atrophy. Because of these psychological mechanisms, human beings instinctively reject frictionless automated art. Once recognized as synthetic, the work evokes an uncanny valley effect, a hollow simulation of connection rather than the shared vulnerability of true human effort. Faced with an infinite supply of synthetic assets and collapsing commercial prices, artists are transitioning from passive victims into active combatants, utilizing decentralized technological sabotage to protect their intellectual property. Using defensive tools, creators are actively poisoning the training data. These tools alter the spatial relationships within an image file at the pixel level. It looks completely normal to the human eye, but causes future AI models to learn incorrect associations and generate corrupted outputs. Beyond decentralized sabotage, the massive scale of global job displacement has accelerated systemic legislative responses. Concepts like universal basic income are moving from fringe economic theory to central policy discussions to support displaced workers. Policymakers like California Governor Gavin Newsom are proposing a data dividend. This concept treats the public's raw data as a natural resource, establishing a rent model to financially compensate citizens for the value extracted by tech monopolies. Data poisoning and data taxes are necessary defensive stopgaps. However, to survive this technological transition, artists must completely reinvent exactly what it is they are selling. The survival strategy relies on a macroeconomic shift known as the process economy. As the final artistic product becomes heavily commoditized, economic value is aggressively relocating to the process of creation itself. This is the tokenization of effort. Creators no longer earn a living solely by selling a finished piece. Instead, they survive by publicly documenting and monetizing their daily workflow, broadcasting live studio sessions, and sharing their uncompromising inner narrative. Because AI output can easily pass casual inspection, the burden of proof has shifted onto the creators. This trust deficit has catalyzed a formal human-made certification movement, where third-party bodies implement rigorous auditing processes to ethically verify human creation. Within these walled, human-only digital ecosystems, a distinct shift occurs. Physical inefficiencies and artistic imperfections are no longer viewed as flaws. They are deliberately woven into products to serve as undeniable, highly sought-after certificates of authenticity. We are left with an empowering paradox. As artificial intelligence makes the generation of beautiful aesthetics completely frictionless and infinite, the inefficiency, the struggle, and the undeniable friction of the human soul have become the ultimate luxury assets.